what's up guys, John here, and I've been traveling full-time for a few years now. And while I'm definitely not a travel expert, I've made a few mistakes along the way and I've learned a few things. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 tips. Basically 5 mistakes that I've made and how you can avoid them. Tip number 1. Decide on the type of trip that you want to take before you go. Now this tip may seem super simple, but it's not just a matter of deciding where you want to go. It's really about the type of experience that you're seeking. And this is really going to vary depending on whether you're doing solo travel, whether you're going on a group trip with friends, going with a loved one. All of those different factors play into it. I've done a lot of solo travel, I've done a lot of trips with my girlfriend and our puppy, and the one thing I've learned from doing that is to always make sure that you're on the same page. For example, you might be going on a trip with someone who likes to sleep in and just wants to lay on the beach all day. When I go on a trip, I want to have an adventure. I want to explore new places. I want to see new things. When you're traveling solo, you can wake up when you want. You can go to sleep when you want. You can basically choose what you do, but when you're traveling with someone else, they may not necessarily have the same travel style as you. A few years ago, I went on a trip with a group of my friends. They didn't want to go out. They didn't want to explore. All they wanted to do was drink and then stay at the resort. Needless to say, I haven't been on another trip with them since then. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have identical interests to the people that you're traveling with, or that you should always stay with them the entire time. If you want to do something and they want to do something completely different, it is okay to go your separate ways sometimes. So when it comes to the people that you're traveling with, at least have an understanding of the type of trip that you both want. It's a great way to just avoid conflict and to make sure that your next trip goes as smoothly as possible. Number 2, remember your important documents. Now this one is extremely important. Most of the time, if you're going out of your home country, you are going to need a passport. Since I'm still a British citizen, but I have permanent residency in the US, I also have to carry a green card to make sure that when I leave, I can get back into the country. And not just passports and legal documents, but depending on the country or countries that you go to, you may also need a visa. One of my biggest mistakes I made was a few years ago when I was going on a trip. I took the first leg of my flight to LA, and then when I got there to get on the next leg, they were telling me that I needed a visa to get into the country, and my heart sank. Now luckily for me, they managed to get me the visa right there at the desk, and it only took like 15 minutes. But a lot of times you need to get a visa weeks in advance. Sometimes it can take weeks or even months to get approved for a visa. So when you're going on your next trip, make sure you take care of the visa ahead of time, because the gate agents, security, no one cares how much you paid for the ticket. You could fly to that country and they may not let you in, or you might not be able to even board the plane. Another really important thing I always do when it comes to important documents is I make sure that I have copies of all my documents on me and a copy that I can access from somewhere else. On my phone, I keep a picture of my passport, my visa, and my green card. I put those in a private album so only I can access them. So if I lose my documents and I need to show someone that I have them, I at least have a backup copy on my phone, and we all have our phones on us all the time anyway. You can screenshot your boarding pass, your passport, whatever other documents you may need, your visa. You can take all of that and keep screenshots right on your phone and in your email. But make sure you keep those in a private album, because you don't want someone to steal your phone and then they have all your information. Number 3, make sure you work out your phone and internet situation ahead of time. For a lot of people, traveling is about getting to unplug, not going on the internet, just relaxing. But let's be real, if you're watching this video, you're probably the type of person that wants to take Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, all that good stuff. I have an unlocked phone, and I specifically bought that phone so that way when I'm traveling, I can get a local SIM card and buy data, and that way my phone works when I'm overseas. Another important thing to remember is that when you're in other countries, some of your websites that you access at home may not work from that country. I know when I was in Southeast Asia, for example, a lot of my streaming services didn't work depending on the countries that we were in. Now, a great way that you can avoid this and access local sites from anywhere is by using Freedom VPN. Whenever you're traveling, you use all sorts of different devices and Wi-Fi hotspots to get online, and a lot of these devices are inherently not secure. It's surprisingly easy to snoop on your traffic, including your password, and anyone simply running a Wi-Fi hotspot could trick you into giving them your bank details or even steal your money or your identity. But when you use a VPN like Freedom VPN, your traffic is encrypted and can't be hijacked. So not only is Freedom VPN a great way to protect your data while traveling, it's also a great way to access certain sites that you may not be able to access outside of the country. If you want to give it a try for yourself, the link will be down in the description. Number 4, find the right balance. Whenever you're traveling, it's very common for people to make the mistake of trying to see too much, trying to do too much, and basically you end up rushing around to all these different places trying to check things off your bucket list, and you don't really get to just enjoy being present in the moment. Whenever I go with my girlfriend on non-work related trips, we usually have one day where we go out, we do all the crazy adventurous stuff, and then we have a day in between where I just relax. I know we all want to see as much as we can, I know we all want perfect pictures for Instagram, but it's important to make sure that you always find a good balance whenever you're traveling. Number 5, immerse yourself in the local culture. There are a lot of trips that you can go on where you can stay at a fancy all-inclusive resort, have a pretty beach, and just spend all your time just doing the activities at the resort. That is nice to do sometimes, but it's also great to get out there and really explore the place that you're going to. Find local restaurants, small family-owned businesses that really give you a sense of what the place is about. Some of the best times I've had on my travels is where I have friends that live in certain countries, and I'll get them to take me to spots that tourists don't really go to. This is something I really wish that I'd done more of on some other trips that I've been on. So this was just a really quick video today. I hope you take these tips and you apply them on your next trip. If you have any tips or suggestions, leave those down in the comments and let me know. And also let me know what are your plans for the summer, and give some suggestions on places you'd like to see down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did, and I'll see you very soon with another new adventure.